All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, the level of confusion within the Tinubu cabinet right now is abnormal. That confusion has now spread across every sector of government, and I just pity Nigerians because Nigerians are the ones who will suffer as the quality of leadership continues to drop on a daily basis because of the heavy confusion amongst the people at the helm of affairs. This is a government where the Minister of Finance and the CBN governor gave a directive on an economic matter, and the special advisors to Tinubu on the economy did the exact opposite. This is a government where the NNPC chairman Mele Kyari said the NNPC pays fuel subsidy, and 24 hours later, the chief financial officer of the same NNPC came out to announce on TV that NNPC had not paid subsidy in 9 years. Not to mention the many statements and counter statements by Tinubu spokespersons Ajuri Ngelale and Bayo Ononuga. And few hours ago, the EFCC chairman Olanipekun Olukoyede dropped a bombshell, and I will not be surprised if this man is sacked in no distant time. Recall that the EFCC chairman publicly vowed to resign if he does not prosecute and jail ex-Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. But since he made that statement, Bello has been walking free. Nothing has happened because obviously some political forces are backing Bello. An activist, Deji Adeyanju, alleged on Arise TV that Tinubu himself is the one backing Bello from being arrested. And to the shock of everyone, few hours ago, the EFCC chairman made a statement criticizing the Nigerian system. He said the things that are going wrong in this country are as a result of the decay in the system. This was a clear attack on the people who put him in office. And while some Nigerians blasted him saying he was also part of the system, others wondered if he was ready to get sacked. Before I show you how he made that statement and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. People are going through a lot in this country. See this video.
Following the recent terrorist attack on the Angwan Maigiro community in the Chiroro local government area of Niger State, claiming a yet to be a certain number of farmers, the acting governor Yakubu Garba says they are working hard to ensure that the resurgence of terrorism will not affect the agricultural revolution of the state government. Garba, who gave the assurance when he went to the local government on a condolence visit, however confirmed that the victims are farmers, contrary to the reports that they are minors. 20-year-old Awisu Adawa lost his elder brother, who is a farmer, in the recent terrorist attack at Angwan Maigiro community in Shirolo local government area. His brother, according to him, is the breadwinner of the family of 6 after the death of their father last year, still killed by terrorists.
And our brother is the one that is taking care of us. Me and my brothers, even our mother.
Awiso says they have been devastated following his brother's death and call on the government to secure their land.
Basically, we feel sad. We feel sad about that when the thing happened. Kai, I didn't agree that my brother is died myself the time that they tell me.
For Shamsia Yahya, who is a young nursing mother, she was sacked by terrorists from their Alawa village, leading to the death of her father, and is presently at an internally displaced persons camp located in Kuta, Shiro local government area. This time around, her brother, who is also a farmer, was killed by the terrorists when he went to work on their farmland. Usman Kuta, the chairman of the Coalition of Shiroro Association, said more bodies are being retrieved from the bush where the victims were killed while trying to escape.
For now, we are able to count 9 bodies. So what happened? They were attacked by bandits yesterday on their farms when they were there farming. So that is when bandits attacked them and started shooting periodically. Some of them drowned while some of them were shot directly because most of the bullets penetrate through their heads. Most of the victims got injured through their head. So, and there are more bodies are still, we are still searching for more bodies. I believe they are going to see more bodies again.
Wow, what a sad situation. 20 farmers killed. And you heard the touching stories surrounding some of those deaths. Breadwinners of families killed. A woman lost her dad. Now she has lost her brother to the same killers. I brought this video here because I know there are some on this channel who still have soft spot for the APC. There are some APC supporters here. And sometimes they come and drop comments saying that I am too critical of the party, that I should balance my arguments. Balance what? I hope you heard these stories. We never had this kind of killings in Nigeria until the APC came. These guys have ushered Nigerians into our worst period in history, economically, socially, security, and otherwise. There is no amount of criticism that we dish out to the APC that is even enough. I'm telling you. Look at how they have destroyed our institutions. Tinubu just swore in a chief judge who is on a travel ban to the US because of corruption. Nigerians can no longer walk free in their country for fear of being kidnapped. And in their homes, they have no food to eat. What a disaster. We cannot criticize the APC enough, and Nigerians must rise up and get them out of power. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at that statement by the EFCC chairman, Olukoyede, that has sparked heavy reactions amongst Nigerians. Look at how the papers reported it. Nigerians are good people. It is our system that allows fraud to flourish, says Anti-Corruption Agency, EFCC boss, reporters. The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, has stated that Nigeria runs a system that allows fraud to flourish. The EFCC boss, in statement signed by Dele Oyewale, the anti-graft agency's head of media and publicity, asserted that if the same Nigerian who is corrupt in Nigerian system is taken to an environment with strict regulatory compliance and structures, they will behave well. Olukoyede made this known in Abuja on Thursday when a delegation of the management staff of the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC, led by its MD/CEO Chief Samuel Ogbuku, paid him a courtesy visit at the EFCC's corporate headquarters. He said, "Fundamentally, Nigerians are good people, and I say this anywhere I go. I am proud to be a Nigerian. The only problem that we have is the system that we run, a system that allows fraud to flourish. But if you take the same Nigerian who is corrupt in our system to an environment with strict regulatory compliance and structures, you will discover that he will behave. On our part in EFCC, we are resolute and not going to compromise. We have been called names and maligned, but we are resolute. We are moving forward because somebody has to do his job, and we will do it and deliver." You heard that? That was EFCC boss Ola Olukoyede. He said we run a system in Nigeria that allows fraud to flourish. The statement is 100% true. He's very correct, no doubt. But here is the big question. Has he forgotten that his boss, the man who gave him that same appointment, is the head of this system he's criticizing? Has he forgotten, or is this a deliberate attack on Tinubu for allegedly shielding Yahaya Bello from arrest? Because this statement from the EFCC boss is too direct. And once again, this heralds the confusion in the Tinubu camp. EFCC boss rising to criticize the same system that appointed him. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Stanley says, "This man, they go remove you." I'm telling you, a statement criticizing the entire system is a very, very big statement to make by somebody who is part of the system. They might remove him as soon as possible. And this tweet here by Ebere Chukwu says, "Only God knows why he sounded this way." I'm telling you, this is really a very pregnant statement, and I don't know where this kind of thing is coming from. And Jasper here says, "This man sounds confused after he vowed to arrest Yeye Bello, else he will resign. Nothing has been heard from him again about the case." Well, we don't know what is going on. The man might have tried his best to arrest that guy, and powers bigger than him are shielding the guy. That is what we are trying to bring out in this analysis. Ragnar here says, "Which kind mumu talk be this? Is EFCC not a part of the same system put in place to maintain law and order? Yes, it is, but there are people bigger than them, and they might be the ones this man is pointing at with this statement. Gerald agrees with him. He says, you are right for once. Fix the system. It is possible to fix the system. It's not something one man can do unless that man is the president. Because the president of Nigeria is so powerful and he can do whatever he wants to do. So when a good man is in power, he can almost change this country single-handedly. And this tweet by Kehinde Fatungaze says, when you have a corrupt government, what do you expect? That is it. Onu says, the EFCC chairman is a confused person. Chai. The EFCC is clearly one of the institutions making a mockery of the Nigerian state the most. Its operation is just as terrible as that of the police and the judiciary. The police and the judiciary will arrest and jail respectively a man who steals a goat, but criminal executives and criminal palmsecs have police escorts. I remember when a man was sentenced to 10 years in jail for stealing a governor's phone. I think a Southwest governor's phone, maybe Ibikunle Amosun or one of those governors. That is a thief jailed for stealing from a bigger thief. That's how EFCC operates. They go after Yahoo boys and they boast of capturing them, seizing their laptops and iPhones. Meanwhile, Akpabio, who has one of the biggest case files in EFCC, is sitting as Senate president. What a funny country. And it keeps getting worse as the time passes by. The APC is going for a total state capture now. That's what they are trying to do. Just look at what they are doing in the oil sector. The biggest stakes are being sold off to members of their families, not even friends now, direct members of the family. Time will come when these guys will begin to treat Nigeria like royal inheritance. Instead of zoning leadership positions to regions, they will be zoning those positions to families. You go to hear something like, if you are not from Tinubu family, you can't be in so and so position in Nigeria. If you are not from any of these families, you can't be in the Senate. That's their plan, to turn Nigeria into a royal inheritance. And only the people can stop them, because Nigeria belongs to all of us. And no matter how strong an organization is, I keep saying it, there cannot be stronger than the power of the collective. If Nigerians would come together and say enough is enough, we cannot continue to accept this nonsense in a country that belongs to all of us, a country flowing with milk and honey, and people are suffering. And we have been enduring suffering for many years. It has now come to a point where the barest minimum we can't even have. We can't even enjoy peacefully our own lives. People cannot travel from one state to another without fear of being kidnapped. And they are trying to tell us that there is nothing they can't do about it. Look at all the cases of kidnap, banditry, everything on ground. Tinubu went to France for work stay. What is the meaning of all this? Nigerians have to rise up and say, no, we cannot continue like this, living like slaves in a country that has so much. And when they do so, they should put aside tribe and religion, these sentiments that have held us back for so many years. If Nigerians can cast them aside, unite, believe me, we can easily take our country back. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Na I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go away.